Hello everybody. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to make your lighting really good for your builds or just your game in general. So we have this little place I made. I made this in a couple minutes. Not too bad, not too good, but it could definitely be improved and would look a lot more better if the lighting was better. So, first off, we can start off by going onto the toolbox. Now, you can search up shaders to find this pack called Extreme Shaders, which I recommend a little bit, but you don't have to do that. You can just search up stuff like reflection and lighting. So I already have my stuff, and here's my stuff. So first off, I have, here's my build right over here. I have Extreme Shaders right over here, which I will use in this video. I also have Rosade, and finally, I also have all the lighting. So now you don't have to make all this lighting. You can take it from the toolbox, which is what I did. I just searched up realistic lighting right here. There should be some decent stuff. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it's this one I took. Yes, it is that one I took. Wait, no, it's not. Oh yes, this is the one I took. This is the one I took. And yeah. So if you want my one, you can do that one. So I'm gonna put all my lighting into the lighting, obviously. And now I have this somewhat decent look. Now, this can still be improved a little bit to look more realistic and more better. So we can pull up this part called Rosade. So to find Rosade, Rosade is like a reflection tool. You just do Rosade, or you can just search up, this is what I did. I just searched up reflection, and then when you scroll down, you'll find Rosade shaders, which is just for reflection. So now since we have that, let's look at our build again. And this does look kind of watery. Has like that little water feeling to it. But now our build looks a lot better. Now, I don't really like using reflection. It's really up to you if you want to use it. In my opinion, I don't really like using it. So at the end of the build, I won't be using this. But I will be using extreme shaders. So all you gotta do for extreme shaders is just search up shaders, and you'll find them like it's the first one. Yeah. And also, if you want, you can experiment with this other stuff. So Fluxus shaders, stars shaders, sunny day shaders, realistic shaders, all these other ones. Okay. So once you have that, you can open up into game, and I'll be showing you how it looks. So as you can see, it's already a little dark, and that's because of the settings. So if you want to edit your settings, you can like change it a little bit. So mine is a little too dark, even with a bunch of lights. So I'm just gonna go to extreme shaders and just like lower some stuff. So Vinegar, this basically adds like a shadow frame, like on the corners. But it does make your game look a little darker. Next, you can also edit a bunch of these values. So if you want the clock time not to be a little late, you can change it to 14. And now it's like daytime instead of about to be nighttime. Although this doesn't really look good with the shaders, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah. So you can edit the exposure, the brightness, which I really recommend doing, because you don't want a high brightness or your game is just gonna be way too bright. So I'm probably gonna do this. So I think I'm gonna change this to 17 again. You can also enable shadows, shadow softness, outdoor ambience. This is just, all of these are regular lighting settings that you can just edit in lighting itself. You can also edit stuff like, you can edit blur. I think people might want to edit that because maybe you don't want your game to be blurry. So you edit that. Now your game isn't blurry anymore. But we still have that issue of it being too dark. So if you want, you can lower the contrast a little bit and the bloom size. So hold up. I'm gonna make this 12. So contrast actually, that like disables a lot of the shaders. So I don't recommend turning it too low. So now I have this looking thing. See, look, contrast, it kind of made the little thing. It made it a little too light. So I recommend like experimenting with contrast. So 0.1, I don't recommend that unless like your game really needs that brightness. 0.3 isn't that bad. It looks like this. It's not too dark, not too bright. So 0.3 is pretty decent. But for some reason this does overwrite your lighting. So you might want to just name this something else. So like they all have different names so it doesn't get overridden. But I won't be doing that. You don't even need lighting when you have the extreme shaders thing. You can also edit the intensity, which I think I might just lower it a little bit. And I think I'll set this back to 10 and make the contrast 0.4. And let's go check out our game. Now it's a little more darker again. And this is a little too dark for me. So I might as well set this to this, 35, 0.35, which is in between. At the end of the day, it's really experimentation. So yeah, you don't need the extreme shaders pack. You just have like any shader pack. Sometimes I don't know why that glitch happens. So I just have a lighting pack. I can put stuff like lighting in, and I have my lighting right over here. This lighting is decent, but if you do want to make an amazing looking game, add a blur. But in this lighting pack, there's too much blur. Like, you should be able to see this entire room. Maybe just a tiny bit of blur. There shouldn't be that much blur in the area. And that's the end of the video. And that's how to make decent lighting for your builds or your game. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. And peace out, Money Gang.